I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
The club owner's about to call in and tell the Godfrey story. Hope it was worth the wait. This is Dennis Waters. He's the GM of Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples. He's a great guy. And I opened for Godfrey in Naples. It's probably, I think, the last gig I did with Godfrey, to be honest with you. And I'll let him tell the story from there, because it was very classic.
Zumak.
Dennis, you're live on my podcast. Just don't say bad words. I'm kidding.
Hey, I'll watch my tone.
So we got people in here, and they're talking about Godfrey. And I go, I have a classic Godfrey story that happened at Off the Hook Comedy Club. And I go, you know what? You're not going to believe me. I'll let the source tell. The guy, the witness that was there, GM of Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, Dennis Waters. Do you remember that day? Can you tell the story of what happened?
Oh, bro, I'll never forget. It's one of my top stories. All right, so let's set the tone. I believe it was a three-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, two show, one show.
Yeah.
We're getting ready for the first show. You're there on time, per usual, actually, and ready to get the show started. We are waiting to hear from Godfrey that he's on his way as showtime's approaching.
And it was a two-man show. I'm supposed to do 25 up top, and Godfrey does an hour, right?
Yep, that was before I was doing stand-up. It was just the both of you guys. And we get the show ready. We're ready to start. It's 7 p.m. and no Godfrey contact and no Godfrey update. So I'm texting you and finding you in the club to bother you to get a hold of him and see what time he's planning on coming or if he's on his way or not. And we waited until about 7:30 with the crowd becoming more and more pissed by the minute about when the show's going to begin because everyone's ready. So we finally get in touch with Godfrey, and he tells us that he is getting in the Uber and he is on the way. So we come up with a plan that I'm just going to put you on stage and let you, do about the 15 to 20 minutes that it takes to get to the club with heavy traffic, give him the extra wiggle room, and we start the show. We could tell pretty much immediately that was not exactly your audience.
They weren't there for me.
They definitely weren't there for you, and although I found it belly rubbing hilarious, they did not. And we began to see, okay, well, how long do we have? And can we be honest, back then, at that point in time, how long of jokes that you were proud of do you think you had in time?
I mean, at that time, I had 3 albums, so I was digging, but you don't tell those jokes anymore, like at one point, I'm telling a joke I haven't told in 5 years. I'm like, how does this go? Like, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember we start the show 30 minutes late. You are about 25 minutes into a set that you were planning on doing 20 minutes. And anybody that knows comedy knows that it works in a flow. So you go in, you start up with some jokes that will make them laugh, but it's not the heart of the set.
Right.
And you slowly work towards the climax based on the time that you think you're going to spend on stage. So the closer you get to that ending point, the better the comedy should become, and you're giving them, the gold at the end. Well, when you're set to probably do about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, that's about the time where the gold starts coming out. So now you're giving them your best, your hits. You've got them a little bit, but that's about the only point in the time where they're giving you any attention or any love or joy. And at that point, I'm starting to panic because we still haven't heard from Godfrey. He's still not arrived at the building. We're now at this point 40 minutes past showtime. And
here's the thing, like when you're opening a show, 40 minutes up top is obnoxious. Like they're done. Like you're supposed to get them going and bring out, Rob Schneider or whoever the fuck on the marquee.
Correct. And we're already 20 minutes delayed. You're 20 minutes into the act. We're wondering where the fuck he's at. So I give him a call. He doesn't answer. I send him a text. He doesn't answer. You continue to do, now at this point, I remember verbatim, you go, these are jokes I haven't told for, at this point, 15 years. Let's just see if these work. And as you'd probably expect, they were a little rusty. And so the crowd was starting to turn. It got to a point to where I remember, I don't know if you remember this or not, but a guy sitting at the immediate first seat at the stage interrupts and starts to heckle you. And although that he thought he was funny, you out-heckled him and ended the heckle with, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm a comic too. And you go, oh, you're a comic? Well, fuck, I'm out of jokes, so why don't you come up on stage and why don't you tell a couple of jokes? And you literally, they cheer. This dude gets on stage, you pass him the microphone, and then sit in his seat to watch him. And he does 5 minutes where he bombs terribly. And you end it with, yeah, not that fucking easy, is it, buddy? Steal the microphone. You win him back momentarily. Now at this point, you've been on the stage for close to 40 minutes. Again, we're an hour past showtime. No word from Godfrey. Still don't know where he's at. We have another show that's supposed to start in an hour, and he's not even arrived to the club yet. You, at that point, do something I've never seen done. I've talked to many people in comedy that's never been done before, and you call him while you are on the stage. You get to a panic point where you're done performing and just need an update. You call up to me before you make it, and you go, Dennis, where is he? And I'm like, dude, Dumak, I have no idea, bro. I'm texting him. He's not answering. Now we're talking during the show with everybody listening. And you go, okay, I'm just going to call him. You guys want me to call him? So you pick up your phone and lay it against the mic, and you call Godfrey while on the stage. Lucky for us, he picks up the phone, confused, and he picks up the phone, and he's like, Sumak, what's up, man? What's up? And you're like, what's up, man? Dude, I've been doing comedy for 45 minutes, bombing in Naples, Florida. Where are you? How close are you? Are you almost at the club yet? And he responds with, oh, I've just been having really hard Uber problems. I'm still waiting on the Uber. And we go, wait, we're not even in the Uber yet? And we're like, it's 8 minutes for you to get to the club, bro. It's 15 more minutes for you to even get there. He's like, man, you're like, what do you mean, man? You're from Cleveland, man. Don't let these people dog you, bro. Like, you've been through it. Get on there and just do your work. And you're like, bro, I'm doing my work. I'm bombing. Where the fuck are you? Get to the club and save the show. And Godfrey's like, nah, man. You're not bombing, man. You're doing good, man. You're from Cleveland, man. And everybody in the audience is laughing. You can hear him. And he's like, see, look, they're laughing, man. And you're like, dude, they're laughing now because you're on the microphone. You're live. Like, dude, they're not. They don't want me. They want you. Where are you at? And so he's like, dude, just do 15 minutes. I'll be there in 15 minutes. I got it covered. I'll come right on, or we'll come right to the stage. Hangs up the phone. That kind of saves the rest of the act. Now the people are, everybody's on the same page, and so people are like laughing. And my favorite part about the story is that 15 minutes later, he arrives to the club. I give you the line as he's walking in the front of the door. You get the relief that now you're finally, after doing an hour and 5 minutes as an opener, which is not only unheard of, but is longer than the act that he did as a headliner, is you go, oh my God, Dennis, that's a light. He's here. All right, cool, guys. Welcome. And as you're saying welcome, Godfrey looks at me and goes, nah, man, I can't get on stage immediately, man. I got to go to the green room, put my stuff down, and get a drink in me first. Tell him to do 5 more minutes. Oh. And I look at you, and I'm like, dude, Zuma, I'm stretched. Like, there's a symbol, if you guys don't know, that you give a stretch symbol whenever you want the comic to do a little bit more time. So I give you the stretch symbol, and I've never seen a real-life resurrection of you getting the relief that you thought you were about to get off a stage, and followed by me asking you, never mind, do 5 more minutes. So then Godfrey goes to the green room, makes himself comfortable, waits for a drink, drinks it casually, and then goes on stage and continues to do the show. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in the history of the 6 years that I've been running Off the Hook Comedy Club down here in Naples, and definitely something that struck my memory bank to never forget you, Chad, for the rest of my life.
Well,
buddy.
you're bringing back horrible memories. Like, I'm feeling it again. I'm not even on stage. I'm sweating. I'm like, oh my God, I remember that feeling.
Dude, I just remember at the point of the phone call, at least everyone in the room now changing to feel bad for you and at least pay respect to the rest of the set in a way that made it enough that you could finish. It was insane, bro. And then this is the thing. Godfrey's a good guy. He's been doing comedy for forever. We love him to death.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting whenever he performs. He puts on an amazing show. But just to encapsulate verbatim, what he told me was, I asked him, I was like, hey, that we run a pretty tight flip of the room, that we do our shows different than almost anybody in the nation. We do 2-hour show times in between A and B show. So the show's typically an hour and a half. You only get 30 minutes to flip the room. Long story short, I'm begging him, hey, can we never do this again? We the people outside now are waiting for, at this point, 2 hours to enter the building. They're furious when they come in. And so can we please not make this a habit, and can we have a good weekend? And he replies to me with, well, man, most people just don't understand. I'm an alpha male. So, I make the rules whenever it's my show. And, I'll be on time. But, I'm going to get there when I get there. And the next day, he comes only about 20 minutes late. But do you remember what happened on Sunday?
I forgot.
On Sunday, he showed up again on payday, an hour and a half late to the solo show on Sunday. But thankfully, because we learned from the first show, we didn't start until we got to the building.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we started late that time. We were in front of it. I forgot about that.
The show was supposed to start at 6 p.m., and we started the show at 7:30. We opened our doors 2 hours early, so the people arrived at 4 o'clock for a 6 o'clock show, and the show started at 7:30 to end the weekend. So it was a memorable weekend nonetheless, and definitely a staple in the stories that I'm going to have to tell for the rest of my life. And I'm glad that you were a part of it. That was a very unique experience, to say the least.
I appreciate it, man.
Love you to death, Zumak. Wish you the best. I'll see you soon.
All right.
And yeah, what a story, buddy.
Thank you for calling in, Dennis. Dennis Waters, everybody. Thanks, Dennis. I'll see you soon, all right?
All right, have a good one, Zumak.
All right, there he is, everybody, on the Lost and Ship Dip hotline with Dennis. I know some people were over the story, but at the same time, I wanted to let you know it's not always fun opening for Godfrey.
You broke my heart. Mainly by including Granny. That's my main issue.
You know what? You weren't. I know that your ass was not going to bring this up.